Want to learn how to harness the power of AI? In this video, I'm going to show you how to utilize ChatGPT to create bulk content while saving time and enhancing your productivity. If this is something you want to learn, keep watching. In one of my previous videos, I taught you how to manually enter your data in Canva in order for you to bulk create multiple designs. In this video, I'm going to show you how to utilize ChatGPT to create your messages and then upload it utilizing the SV file. So let's dive right into it. So the first thing you want to do is to log into ChatGPT. You can utilize the free version, which is ChatGPT 3.5. No, one of the first things you want to do is to give ChatGPT a prompt. And in this video, or for this purpose, we're going to say, give me 10 tips about Canva for entrepreneurs. And we're going to say one column should have the tips, and the second column should have my social media handle, Carey Digital.co, right? And one of the things you want to do when you're utilizing ChatGPT is to ensure you tell it exactly what you want so it can give you what you want, pretty much. So it's pretty much communicating effectively and clearly so you can get the information that you need. So ChatGPT, if you are not aware of what it is a AI powered tool, artificial intelligence, and you can utilize this tool to help you with practically everything. It helps you to save a lot of time so you don't have to worry about creating a lot of content from scratch. And in this case, if you're creating, content for providing tips, or you want to create content about quotes, then of course ChatGPT helps you with coming up with that type of content. Now that ChatGPT has generated the 10 tips, I'm actually going to go in and copy all the tips from the table, and then I am going to go over to my Google. So I'm going to utilize Google Sheets for these purposes. And what we're going to do with Google Sheets is to utilize this to actually copy and paste our content. So now that we have our Google Sheets up, we're going to go in and copy and paste. If you want, you can just make some adjustments to the file. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if that's something you want to do, you can go right ahead. Now, what we're going to do is to just give our file a name so we can easily identify it. And then we are going to download. So I'm going to go to File, and we're going to download it as an CSV file, which is a comma separated value file. And we're going to save it here. And then we're going to go right over to Canva, and we're going to get things started. So when you're on Canva, you want to utilize the search bar. And in this case, I'm going to use Instagram quote. Right. So we're doing some tips and we want to find a template that is easy to manipulate. One of the things I want to remind you, or just at least let you know, is that you can utilize the bulk create if you are creating a lot of content that requires minimal design effort or layout, right? So we're going to do a quick search, and here we're seeing multiple templates that's available with Canva free version and Canva Pro. So pretty much I'm going through and I'm looking for a template that I can easily manipulate. And now that I've found a template, I'm just going to customize this template, making it my own. If you have watched my previous video on how to bulk create your designs using Canva, then of course you would have seen me gone through this step. But if this is your first time watching a video of this nature, then of course I'm going to show you how you can easily just customize this particular design to your own, just to make it your own pretty much. And I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to add an abstract element. So I'm going to go to element, look for abstract. And one thing about me, I love to use my patterns and I like to give my designs a unique style. So I'm going in and I'm going to change the color here, right? So you can go in, play around, choose your colors, and I'm going to duplicate this element. Then I'm going to flip it, right? And I'm going to just move it slightly here just to make it my own. And pretty much we are done, almost, I should say. If for any reason your element is interfering, you can just move it to the back of your text so it doesn't interfere. You can also go ahead and lock it, right? So if you don't want it to move around a bit, or if you want, you can make it smaller. You can do pretty much anything that will make it easier for you to do some manipulation to your designs. All right, one of the things I'm also going to go ahead is to change the font to ensure that it's in alignment with my brand. And in order to do that, I've selected just my brand icon, the brand icon here on the left panel. Here you'll see my logo, any existing brand templates. And if I want also, I could just go in and I could just utilize the color palette and shuffle it around just to get, a design layout, or not layout, but color combination that I like, right? So I'm choosing something pretty simple, right? I'm just showing you how you can go in and have a lot of fun with it, right? All right, so now that we have all of this covered, I'm going to send this element to the back. Now that we have this covered, I am now going to go and bulk create. So I'm going to go on the left hand tab, left hand panel. I'm going to select apps. In this case, I've already opened the app, but for those of you who don't know how to find it, I'm going through the step. Right. So on the left hand panel, we have apps, and I'm going to go to scroll down until I see more from Canva. I'm going to select bulk create, and now I'm going to show you how to upload your CSV file. And I'm going to go here, upload my Canva CSV file, CSV file. And then I am going to select the section or just the text that I want, where I want my tips to go. Always ensure that you have your text box in order to do this. So if you have no text box there, then of course it's not going to be possible for you to, easily bulk create, right? So you should always have a text box. So in this case, I have two tabs, or two fields, I should say. So I also need to have two sections on my designs where I can easily import my content. So I'm going to go ahead and select the three dots. So once I've selected my text box, I'm going to select the three dots where it says more, and then I'm going to go connect data, right? Once I select connect data, I'm going to select tips for entrepreneurs using Canva, because that's the name I gave the header. And it's good to have a good labeling so you can easily, incorporate the correct data and information into your design. And then the other section I'm going to do is the section where I want my social media handle. And I'm going to select the text box, then select the three dots, and I'm going to go to connect data, and then I'm going to social media handle. Then I'm going to go to continue. And here I'm seeing all the data that has been generated. One of the things that I've noted, and I could have gone into my CSV file and edited it, which was to remove the numeral for each tip, right? So I didn't do that. So that means that once I load my design, then of course, all the numbers will be incorporated, but it can be easily changed. All right. So we're going to generate our pages. A new file is now open, and of course you can just make some basic adjustments, some very light adjustments compared to if you're creating your design from scratch. So I'm going in and I'm making some simple adjustments. I can just separate the header from the taper, and I can go through and do the same thing for all my tips, right? So this is pretty easy. And one of the things you want to be mindful of is just your text size. You also want to double check and triple check your grammar, spelling. In my case, I am using the UK grammars, and Grammarly is a great tool to help me to just get my text and just in terms of my sentences and grammar correct, right? So I go in, I am making some adjustments, I am changing my text size and so on and so forth. So pretty much it's that easy to bulk create your designs in Canva, right? So if you want to make any necessary adjustments, otherwise, then of course that's on you to go in and make any necessary changes. You can easily, like I said, create your content utilizing this feature. And of course, you want to give your file a name, so you can easily find it afterwards. All right, I'm going to show you also how you can just easily resize this design, which was created for Instagram post, and I'm going to resize it for an Instagram story. And let me just copy and resize. So now that I've copied and resized, of course, some of the elements will be a little out of the place. But, in this case, I am going to utilize that. And as you see here, of course, if I didn't make any edits to the previous design, then it's going to come over as is. All right, so I'm going to do something quickly, and I'm also going to resize this and show you how you can easily transform this Instagram story using the resize button or use that resize feature, I should say, into a reel. No, guys, this is also a great way to save time in content creation. If you want to save time in your content creation process, then of course this is great. So what I want to point out to you, if you bulk created in whether it was stories and you want to convert it to reels, that's great. If you wanted to create it for reels and bulk create into something else, that's great. So you can bulk create for pretty much your reels, once you're providing like tips or anything that requires minimal design effort. So you can just do one design, right? So before you decide to generate the content for your design, you just want to ensure that your template is designed and is to your liking. And then once you do the generation of your content, then of course it's easier to manipulate. All right, so we're in our Canva Reels section, and I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna add a background. So I'm gonna go to videos, right? And we're choosing something pretty simple. We're not gonna overdo it here. We're just choosing something pretty simple, and I'm gonna write lady typing. And a lot of these videos are available with Canva free version as well as Canva Pro. And anywhere you see a crown, of course, that means it is for Canva Pro. All right. So you want to be mindful of that. So I'm going to make this video. I'm going to make it transparent and drop it in the background. So I can use the three dots and I can move it to the back. So send it to the back, or I could use my keyboard and send it to the back. All right. And I'm going to just play it here so you can see this video. If you think it's too bright again, you can make it even lighter. All right. I'm going to go in and I'm going to add another video, right? And I am going to drop this video again in the background, and I'm going to show you a quick tip. So I'm going to go here on my first page. I'm going to copy this style, right? And so in order to copy style, I'm going to select the video, I can either select the three dots that says and go to more and choose the section that says copy style, go over to my other design and just paste, right? So easily it is copied. So the same look and feel that I had in my first page or first slide can be replicated, and I'm just going to do the same thing here for my other video. All right. So let me just jump in and show you. So you can choose any video from Canva once you have Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, of course, there are some limitations, but of course, once you see the three crowns, then of course, you know that that is definitely a Canva Pro video, all right? Which means you have to pay. All right. And I am going to just trim down my each page to about 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds. All right. And we can just easily just play this video and we have an idea of what it looks like. But of course, you don't want to just jump into tips. One of the things you can also do is to go ahead and create like a home page if you want it, not really home page, but an intro page to, provide in your tips. And from this, I'm going to select one of the Canva templates that's here. And I'm just going to do a quick manipulation, right, of this template. I'm going to change my text. I am also going to change maybe the video in the background and just make it our own. All right. Editing for Reels is really one of the easiest things you can do in Canva. So easy you would never imagine. If you have not watched my live session on how to create Reels in Canva, then of course you want to check that out. That's on my channel. You can subscribe to my channel. You can visit my channel, browse through and watch all the Canva tutorials that I've created before and just get a really deep dive into how you can leverage Canva in your business. So now I'm going to go to elements and I'm going to go back to videos and I'm going to try and find an appropriate video that would, be representative of this. And I'm going to drop the video here, right? And I'm going to make him just a little lighter, make him transparent. And if for any reason you think, the text is in the face or you feel like the text isn't visible, then I can go in and change the colors, right? So I'm going to go in and change the color. I think I made this bold. Let's unbold that. And we can also change again the font. All right, so let's trim down our cover our intro page and watch it go. All right. So this is how you can easily bulk create your content, transforming it into from an Instagram post into a story into a reel. And of course, you could go in and make your necessary adjustments using the Canva templates, I should say, and make it your own. So if you loved this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to my channel, share it with a friend, leave a comment, let me know how you will be utilizing the bulk create feature to create your next content or design in Canva. If you enjoyed this Canva tutorial, give this video a thumbs up and leave your comment in the box below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more Canva tutorials just like this.